Hello, it's that time of the month for me to change up the cheap products I've been using and to share my thoughts on them. So if you notice, this is not the cheap palette that I pulled out 2 weeks ago, but when I was getting ready the following day, I realized I pulled out the wrong one because this is the one that I wanted. This is the Sugar Peach palette from Too Faced, which is now housing two of my Franken blushes. Originally, there's a peach pop shade in there, and the sugared peach shade was like a burnt peach matte blush with some sparkles that I just never used because the sparkles were too chunky. So I ended up taking the original peach pop, which did not have enough pigment in it, like didn't have enough base pigment for it to really show up on my skin. So I ended up taking, like, scraping all of it out and then mixing in like a few different pink so I ended up mixing in a few different pink blushes from different brands to come up with these two different shades, which ended up looking more similar than I had intended. But it's okay, it's a fun project. This came with two highlights that I didn't touch because they're really good highlights. Let me swatch them for you. So pretty. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. Such an icy highlight. Now this, because it's a bit dark for me, I either mix it in with this when I use it, or this one I use exclusively on my eyes. This one, I was hoping for this to be more of a purpley blush, but it kind of turns out into just another muted pink, like a deeper muted pink. And this one I wanted it to be a brighter blush. Like, there is a subtle difference on the shades of pink that they turned out, but honestly, that looks indistinguishable on a cheek. But it retained that nice shine that the original pink pop shade had. It kind of looked like this. It had this kind of shine, but now it's a bit more wearable, and it doesn't look like a blush lighter, but it's still nice and glowy on the cheek, so I'm really happy about that. These two are new to my collection. Yes, I broke my replacement only low buy, and I had a really good time getting to know these products this week. This bronzer is a bit too warm. I am losing my voice. What's going on? Oops. So this bronzer is a little warm from what I'm starting to like for this time of year, but it's not too dark that it's too golden for it's not too dark for it to be too golden to wear for winter. But I like, if you can see, like, it has that nice embossing on it, or this nice print on it. And I like that first it has that sheen, so it's not like a flat matte bronzer, and at the same time you don't pick up too much for it to look for it to get out of hand too fast. So I like that it has that shadow, and it's not too dark, not too pigmented, but pigmented enough. So that's been nice. Now this highlight, on the other hand, oh my goodness, I've been really enjoying the Skinlights highlighter from Revlon. It is a dupe to the ABH Amarizi highlighter that's no longer available. But just look at this, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that. I mean, just look at that champagne-y goodness that's like beaming. I mean, of course you could sheer it out so it's not too blinding, like a circa 2016 highlight, but I like a 2016 highlight. I mean, look at that. It's so pretty. Now these two products, the Milani blush in Luminoso and the Becca luminous blush in Foxglove, I have been enjoying these two. When I put this in for this week's makeup bag, I really wanted to see if it was too light for me for it to show up. And I don't know if it's because I scraped the top of it a bit to make Franken blushes, somehow the pigment is more apparent, if that makes sense. So, long story short, it showed up on my skin. And I really like it. It looks like nothing. It looks more of a highlighter, but on the cheek, it gave that light peach glow that is very like work appropriate, So I like that this month. I keep saying month. I liked it this week. And finally, this Foxglove blush from Becca. I can't. I really, it's so nice and pigmented, and just it has that shine on your skin. It's so, so pretty. Like, oh my gosh, this is like one of the perfect winter blushes. Every time I see this, I just think of winter. I guess because it's like it has a deep berry shade, and it's giving you that. I just came in from the cold. Actually, this blush and these blushes, they give you that. I just came in from the cold cheek, which I'm really into. So I'm so happy about that. So yes, these are the cheek products that I've been enjoying the last 2 weeks, but they're going to be replaced. Now let's shop my stash. So these are the cheek products I will be using the next 2 weeks. This e.l.f. matte bronzer. It's the primer infused bronzer in Forever Sun-Kissed. Looking forward to that. This palette that actually houses 4 Franken blushes, a nudie one, a corally one, and 2 like different shades of pink. They're all matte, which is a change up from the very glowy products I've been using the last 2 weeks. And this highlighter palette, I'm looking forward to trying this out again because every time I use it, I always feel like, why have I stopped using it? But when I don't see it, I forget about it. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. So this is the Revolution Makeup SophX highlighter palette. It's a collab with this YouTuber or beauty guru. Yeah, so these are the products I will be using the next couple of weeks. Oh, update. This is, I honestly think it's on its way out because I've had, every time I use it, I've been having to do the whole like folding thing. You know, when you have that toothpaste tube and you have to like pinch here and fold it? Yep. So this is definitely, I'm pretty sure I'm going to use it for the end of the year. And I'm still working on these 2 same foundations. And I will be, honestly, I wore this today. Where is it? I wore this today. This Ulta Beauty gel eyeliner. I don't even know if it's waterproof. It's in the shade Peacock. This smudges like crazy. Smudges like crazy to the point where I'm like, is it even worth keeping? I'm gonna try it again this weekend. If it smudges anymore, it's bye-bye. Thank you so much for shopping my stash and packing my makeup bag with me. Thank you. Bye.